Alrighty, time for the last two-thirds of my last match. Played Yuri a few matches ago, and then we had to call it quits early, and now we're continuing the final four games. Unfortunately, I did not have a great showing in the last two matches. I went 5.5 out of 12 versus Breppert and Maho, which has put me into third for the time being, and definitely I've dropped a bit in the forecast. And the forecast results, I believe, are factoring in your rating, and Maho and Breppert were expected to do the worst, so I was expected to win more games in those than I did. So now I'm going to need, I believe, a 3-1. Yeah, so I can't catch first place, but I could make it in a second, and then there's a final championship match where I could potentially overtake first. But to pass Haka, I need 3 wins. If I get 2.5 wins, what happens? I would win the tiebreaker because I went 5-1 versus Haka. So really, I need 2.5 out of 4 here. And is there a chance that I demote? Let's see, supposing I lost all four of these, I would be at 16 and a half. Yuri would be at 16 and a half. Yuri would win that tiebreaker. And then if Maho won four or more games versus Haka, I think is who he has to play. Oh, he has to play Yuri as well. Um, Conceivably, if I went 0-4 and Maho went 4-2 or better, I could also demote. So let's not do that. Ooh, Yuri has the 5-2, which looks good. We've got Draw's a little bit limited. C chart can be draw if you get lucky. Watchtower can draw up to X. Broker can draw, but has to trash expensive stuff to do so. For villages, it's just broker trashing stuff. Plenty of plus buy, mining road, spices, loots, which you get off of search, mostly say plus buy. Okay. So if you're real ambitious, you could try to build a deck that plays a bunch of inventors. That would involve brokering a ton of stuff for actions. I think it would be fairly awkward because you couldn't broker something for actions, play a bunch of inventors, play a watchtower, draw back up, broker more things. So once you start playing inventors, everything costs zero, and broker's not going to get you actions anymore. I'm kind of suspecting this is going to play more like a big money deck. There's some pretty strong money support. Bounty Hunter thins and then hits big price points early. Spices is great for money. I think something along those lines looks pretty good. I think I'll open Bounty Hunter Watchtower probably. If they collide, I'm a happy camper. Weir's gonna get to play Bounty Hunter, hit 5 again. I am going to be on the back foot here, no question. He went for Broker, interesting. So, yeah, Watchtower is quite good if it lines up with the Bounty Hunter. I think that's worth it. I'm not going to spend the. I think very frequently the time to spend the one starting favor for Coastal Haven is just turn two, save an estate, make one estate miss the shuffle, and your next shuffle's a lot better. I think I'm going to hang on to it because I think there could be a lot of value potentially in helping me line up the Watchtower and Bounty Hunter stuff. Probably not worth it here. What I could do instead is just exile an estate, demand a second bounty hunter or a broker, and then I'll draw it, most likely with the watchtower, and then get to do the thing. Or am I looking to banish the coppers maybe? Like I could banish one, or I could banish two coppers here immediately, or I could shoot for making a bunch of money and then banishing them in the near future. Like Gaina Spices gets you a bunch of coppers, and then you look for a hand where you've drawn a bunch of coppers, and then you banish them all in one go and get thin real fast. I think Mining Road looks pretty good with spices, for example. I'm not sure if no, I don't think I have ambitions of getting a working Inventor engine, but does it Inventor still have value? I think Inventor doesn't look quite good enough. If I could get Inventor to gain the fives, that would look quite good. But I don't have a way to reliably play two Inventors, I don't think. So I think my goal is going to be like a mining order two, a bunch of spices by provinces. Conceivably, there could be some value in playing some searches and getting some loots, because then you buff your fairgrounds up if you wanted to go for those. It's hard to see when you're adding the searches. My bottom seven cards have the Watchtower, 4 coppers, and 2 estates. If I just play the Watchtower, provided I don't bottom deck it, I'll draw 4 money. The answer could just be buy spices here, and then provided I don't bottom deck Watchtower, I just banish the 2 estates next turn, and I'm getting thin pretty quickly. I think I like that. Maybe it's Mining Road first, then Mining Road, banish estates, and then spices once I got the Mining Road in hand. So Yuri's already trashed 2 and bought spices, exiling copper, pushing 3 more coppers, okay. Yeah, so Yuri's gonna be super duper thin. Ah, where's all my cards? Honestly, this could be worse. At the very least, this means my next turn should have a bunch of good cards in hand. I'm Bounty Hunter Copper, play the Mining Road, play Watchtower. I'm going to draw a bunch off of that. Might even be banishing coppers at the end of it. So yeah, bottom 5 are Watchtower, Bounty Hunter, Mining Road, 2 coppers. I could buy 1 more spices, which looks good. Or I could demand something. Like if I were to demand a second Bounty Hunter, exile both coppers, play Mining Road, play Watchtower. I'll draw all 5 of these coppers. That's probably more than I need. I think I just want spices here, probably. That's right. This is still going to draw me 5 cards out of those 6, which I think should be enough to get the ball rolling. Exile, Watchtower. And this feels like it could be a good turn to banish a bunch of coppers. So buy Mining Road, not buy Mining Road, buy spices and play with Mining Road. Banish coppers. Now I am super duper thin. Is there any merit in buying Search? I could easily see spices emptying. That would not be a tall order. Search has some potential value. The moment my deck is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost exactly this hand. I'm going to bottom deck one of those things. I think I'm just going to keep the coffers. Okay, no bounty hunter for me. Probably I'm just leaving the Watchtower in hand so that I can reliably choose what to top deck. Okay, Yuri has 2 Watchtowers. That is suggestive to me. Okay, so Yuri does believe in the Inventor engine. Let's see what he can accomplish. Let's go ahead and play one of these, and maybe just 1 more Mining Road looks good. Let's trash a bunch of curses. If Yuri's trying to build the bigger engine, there is at least some theoretical benefit to me of lowering the piles, because he's gonna have to lower piles. He'll probably be at a points deficit in the short term, and then maybe if he takes like all the inventors and watchtowers or something, I buy out the rest of the curses and win. Most likely that doesn't matter, but yeah, theoretically it could. Unfortunately, my other mining would bottom decked, which is not ideal. Obviously, I'd rather play it, but you know how it goes. Chat should have been off. Seems Yuri has beat me to fixing it. I don't know if this inventor thing looks like it's panning out. I think it actually wouldn't be that hard for me to just pivot into doing it. Like leave Watchtower in hand and I could top deck Broker, Inventor, Watchtower, and such. So if I exile Copper, play Mining Road, play Watchtower, I have 8 money this turn, which is fine. I think part of the trouble is just that Yuri is generically a decent bit ahead of me. So he's probably going to be faster whatever he's doing. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think I'm kind of dead. The deck that's building the engine has also taken a majority of the spices. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna exile the Copper, play the Watchtower. Province? A little bit of a boring answer. I think that's the best I can do. Oh no, where's my Watchtower? So this turn I'm gonna have 9 money. Kind of want a second watchtower. I'm thinking about how I win this game, and I feel like the outside chances are lowering piles a bunch and sneaking out a pile up while Yuri's still doing his thing. And I think that could mean crash a bunch of curses, at least theoretically. And I'd like to be able to play one watchtower, draw into a second watchtower, use that watchtower to clear out the curses. Plus, watchtower is just decent draw here. So I think I want two of them. Maybe silver watchtower duchy. Yeah, okay, okay. I probably shouldn't get any illusions of winning this game. Like, normally one would expect the trade-off to be, all right, you built a big deck that scores more points in the late game. It's a terrible sign when the person building the engine also has more of the treasure and also has the early game points lead. I don't think I'm long for this world. Okay, let's see. I guess in this case it's just a silver province. Yeah, I'm beyond done, I think. I think I need Yuri to dud like twice. Like if he whiffs here and just passes his turn, I'm not doing triple province or anything. Pretty sure he's got a watchtower. Oh wait, no. I was gonna say he must have a watchtower in hand, or else he would have top decked one for playing the first watchtower. I expect this will probably be a win this turn on some pile or other. Crashing a province. Stylish. Predictable loss from about turn one onwards. The watchtower broker stuff was neat though.